life has gone back to normal. It is, of course, so much more full and welcome to 24 hours with my 1-year-old. I have been doing these videos since my son was 3 months old, and it is so special to look back on his growth and just see what we were doing during that phase, and also just seeing my own journey as a mom, how far I've come, the confidence that I've gained. I think especially if you have a baby a similar age, it's just really fun to see what other people are doing, seeing their schedule, and have a bit more of a mom baby focused video. I share a lot of these things in my vlogs, but these are just a little bit more detailed on what it's like being a parent at this stage of life. Putting together his breakfast, I'm gonna do some of this breakfast casserole that I have prepped in the fridge. It's just sausage, eggs, cottage cheese, cheddar cheese, some peppers, super delicious. I love to eat this too. Yogurt's a big staple too. We just have some whole milk plain yogurt. I always make sure to get whole milk. And then I also like to mix in some crushed raspberries. For some reason, he's not crazy about berries like a lot of other toddlers, so I usually just crush these and mix them in. I find he's more likely to eat them. I'm also gonna sprinkle these hemp parts on his yogurt. These have a lot of just iron, a lot of really great things, especially for toddlers in it. And I find that they don't taste anything. He still eats it. Out on our morning walk. It is 68 degrees. It's so nice not having to bundle up. He has been loving the stroller lately, so I try to walk for about 45 minutes, 30 minutes. I do like to bring a snack in case he gets just a little bit stir crazy, but otherwise it's really nice. I feel like you're always going through seasons with liking the stroller, not liking the stroller. For his first nap. He's on 2 naps right now. I think in the next couple of months we'll probably move closer to 1, but I just don't think he's ready for that yet. And I will say he is a great napper these days. He sleeps for as long as I let him pretty much. I do wake him up from both these typically after a little over an hour just to kind of keep some sort of schedule. His bedtime is definitely moving later and later. It's closer to 8 and he's waking up around 6 most days. So I think we're kind of getting into the 1 nap territory, but it's nice right now having like 2 solid breaks throughout the day. I used to be so obsessed about sleep. I think it's really hard not to when you're a first-time mom, but now I'm just much more lax. I do want to say that he is very much going through the phase of kind of having more emotions about things, just having more independence and realizing that he can not do things if he wants to not do things. I think this age can also be tricky because they can't quite communicate exactly what they need. Like in between 1 and 2, I've heard that's tricky. And I know teaching like sign language and all that, a lot of people find to be helpful. But I just want you to know that I experienced that. I'm never gonna record that. I'm never going to put those moments online. I don't wanna be disingenuous and act like those things never happen. Those are just things that I prefer to keep private. I try to be very careful about what I share, especially as it relates to him. And I think as he gets older, that'll just be less and less and less. But I don't want you to think that those times don't happen because they definitely do. One thing that I have found to be helpful is just kind of managing expectations, and he's a very routine-oriented child, the older that he gets especially. Although he's good about going with the flow. He's great at napping in the car, loves to be out and about. We're about to go get out of the house for a little bit. But I find keeping to a sort of routine where he knows what to expect is helpful. We are gonna run some errands. I have a Free People return I need to do. I want to drop my newly, need to grab some groceries. I also kind of want to run to Home Goods. So these are a lot of errands. I don't typically do this much at once. I might skip Home Goods if that's just not a good idea at the time. I'm gonna throw all of our stuff in the car. I just packed a snack bag and then also a little lunch if he does get hungry for lunch while we're out, just like a little sandwich. I'm so excited. Our KiwiCo Panda Crate just came in the mail. I thought that this was gonna come later, but I'm gonna get it all set up for Connor. If you don't know, KiwiCo is the best subscription service for play items, toys, no matter what age your baby, toddler is. We have been subscribed to KiwiCo since he was 3 months old. It is just our favorite way to make sure we're using toys that are really promoting his development, his growth, and I'm so thankful to be partnering with them on today's video. Although I will say we actually pay for our own subscription. We have even before working with KiwiCo because we are just such fans. I've shared it so many times on here before, but I try to be very minimal with the toys that we have in our house. I find he just plays so much better when there isn't just an absolute abundance of toys all over the house. And for me, this is just a good way to know, okay, every few months or so, he's gonna get a fresh new batch of age appropriate toys, but I don't need to be purchasing them week after week after week. You can use my code Michelle Reed to get 20% off your first crate. We have their Panda Crate Plus. This is $80 a crate and it's a bi-monthly shipment. And each crate you get resources for parents, 3 to 6 stage specific toys, and 1 Grow With Me toy. We still have all of our KiwiCo toys out for the most part. That's what I love about these. Yes, they are age specific, but I find that he plays with them just over months and months and months. They really stick with us through the long haul. You also always get a Wonder Play guide. This is great to see how you can best use them for learning and your baby's development. And I will say this doubles as a toy. We keep one of these in our car because he loves to flip through these little booklets. You can also preview the crates beforehand, which I like because again, we like to be pretty selective with what we're bringing into our home, and that way you can see exactly what you are gonna get before you purchase. It is so cool just to see all the gears turn when he uses play items like these specifically. I just find he uses his brain so much more. I can tell when he's playing with these, especially this one. I'm so excited. We have a bunch of counting cups. He loves stacking cups. So these will be fun working on numbers. If you can't tell, we love KiwiCo. We are huge KiwiCo fans. It's always one of the items that I recommend for new parents. I think it's just the best. And again, you can use my code Michelle Reed to get 20% off your first Panda Crate. I'll have it linked at the top of the description box. I have the stroller in my trunk. It is the best. It's the best travel stroller. We have actually traveled with it on a plane, but just day to day, it's so quick and easy. It's one I go to lately. Is it silly I have a hat on? Any chance I have to put him in these gingham man pants, I always do because they're just too cute.
Who told you that it was too late? When was it that you started leaning that way? 4 tires cut into the clay. It dries up and now there's just one road to take. It's growing up over with green. So easy to drive on, but not what it seems. The poison is spilling upstream, and it's taking out every living
my super quick grocery haul. Sumo oranges, which we have really been into. Salad dressing, and then I also got a bunch of stuff to make barbecue chicken non-pizzas. This is one of my favorite recipes. It's literally so easy, especially if you just get a rotisserie chicken. Got some salad on the side. I really like the organic girl butter lettuce. It's really crunchy, delicious. Some granola, roasted garlic naan. I actually got 3, so we can hopefully have one as leftovers. Spending some time outside right now. Sorry, our AC is cranking because it feels like summer today. It is so warm, but he is so content just spending time outside. I'm so content spending time outside. Cash and Connor have so much fun together now too. They chase each other in the backyard. And that was one thing I wasn't sure about. Cash was very indifferent to Connor when he was younger and a newborn. I think he just didn't quite understand him yet, but now that Connor can run around and really play with him, they were really best buds. It's really sweet. While Connor's down for his afternoon nap, I'm gonna do a little outdoor workout. I've been doing this lately when it's just nice outside to get some sun, and I don't do anything crazy. I just do about 30 minutes to 45 minutes of some weight training, either workouts from Trainwell or Sydney Cummings has a lot that I really like to do. I'm probably averaging twice a week right now working out, so not the best, not the worst. It just kind of is what it is right now. I'm hoping to kind of amp that up in the springtime, but for now I probably have about 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes, so let's do it. Good workout. I also got so much sun. It felt amazing. Took a quick shower. And once Connor wakes up, we are going to head to the park. But oh my goodness, I am tired. These days, I hardly sit down. I think this is the first time. No, we did cuddle for a little bit before he napped and watched a little bit of a show, which is one of my favorite things to do. I get questions about screen time. I try not to use it very often. We obviously spend a lot of time outdoors, but I love cuddling with him before he takes a nap. It's one of my favorite things, so I try to keep it as something that we do together every now and then, but not something that's super regular. But I know everyone's different, and he's still pretty young right now, so it's not something he's super interested in. It's so fun now that he's walking to go to parks, because when he was younger he just wasn't super interested. It was more for us, but now he loves exploring. We're having so much fun just trying different parks, and especially today it feels like a summer day. And I will say the hours from 4 to 7 are just kind of a whirlwind, so if I don't vlog too much, we're just busy. Dinner, bath, bed, all that just takes up a lot of energy. I'm making our pizzas while Aiden is out with Connor, but I wanted to share one of my favorite Instagram accounts right now. Her name is Tessa Romero. I love her account. She just posts a lot of very positive mom content that I find to be really inspiring about just shifting your mindset. I've talked about this before, but I think that there's such an extreme when it comes to sharing mom life online, where it's either it's really just negative, or the other side where it's really positive. Everything's perfect. Obviously, it's not an easy task being a parent in general, but for me, I find following accounts that are very uplifting in a way that is still realistic is the best for me and my mindset, kind of erring more on the side of positivity. Her account is just so great. It really has challenged me to shift my perspective on things. Yeah, she's been a favorite recent follow. I definitely recommend checking out her page. And he's like a It is 8:01. I just got Connor down. I wanted to share something that I have been pondering lately, and that is just how difficult it is to be present in the moment wherever you're at. I think especially in this stage of life, I was reflecting when I was watching my first video I did like this, how there can be so much pressure when you're in kind of those early postpartum days to get back into shape or get back to your old habits, routines, work, all that. You're just kind of thinking about like, how am I going to get back into this? Or at least that's how I was. I wish I wasn't as much like that. Versus now, the days are just so much more busy. It feels very much like, 1 year postpartum. Life has gone back to normal. It is, of course, so much more full and special these days, but there's just a lot going on. And I really long for those just early days where my sole focus was just taking care of Connor and like being fully present there. But I know when I was in that moment, I was kind of yearning to be where I'm at now. And I think that's just how life goes, and it's just an encouragement to make me appreciate where I am. And something I've also been thinking about, I'm already crying. I was thinking about how these early years are so special with him right now because, soon he's going to be going to school. We're not really sure what that looks like quite yet, but even if it is homeschool, that's still going to be something that we're working on. And I was just thinking about how special these first 2 years are, especially where we're just kind of living life together. There's no like structure or rules. He's just coming alongside, especially me being primarily like staying at home while Aiden's at work, just watching me live life and learning from that. And I don't know, I was just thinking about the fact that I'm gonna miss so much the little pitter patter of his feet when he's running around, or like hearing him and Aiden outside while I'm cooking dinner. Don't even get me started on the fact that I was thinking about how Cash isn't always going to be here for like the rest of Connor's life. I can't even watch Marley and me anymore. These years are just so special, and I know every year is going to be special in its own way. And I get this is why you have more children, because there's no way I couldn't do this again. But even that, I don't know, I'm definitely not there yet. I'm just soaking in these days of him being our only one. It's really so surreal. And that's not to say things aren't hard. I've heard the saying, small babies, small problems, big babies, as in older children, bigger problems, because the problems and the struggles that you have, they just get bigger as they get older, or at least just a little more weighty. And even I was just thinking about getting older in general, because even watching that video, what was that, 6-ish months ago, I already think I look older. I'm seeing like new lines, and that just comes with this job, that it's easier to just pick apart your looks. I've gotten a lot better in this area, but I think I'm also just coming to terms with the fact that I'm excited to get older and just embrace the fact that all the things that you go through throughout your life, it's actually really beautiful that shows in like your skin aging and just your body changing and all those things. Yeah, like I especially just look at my mom. My mom is like so beautiful, and she's in her 60s and just looks so good. I'm like, I really hope I look like that when I am in my 60s. Yeah, just not wanting to cling to my youth or a previous version of myself, but really just accept how I grow and change throughout all the seasons. It's 8 o'clock. We'll see if Connor wakes up. He's mostly sleeping through the night these days, ever since he was around a year old. That's when he started sleeping through the night pretty consistently. I typically go to bed around 9:30. That's usually when I fall asleep on the couch because I'm tired. And just like that, it is 5:45 and we are gearing up to do it all again. But I wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Yeah, I had such a great night's sleep last night, feeling rested. I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching this video. I love watching other people's routines, especially when they have kids a similar age to mine, or if you don't even have kids, don't plan on having kids anytime soon. That also means so much. So thank you again. If you want to check out Kimiko, I will have them linked down below. You can use my code Michelle Reed to get 20% off your first crate. Again, such a fan of all their toys. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, friends. Cash says bye too.